Greetings, Otaku faithful. Thank you for joining me again this week. Once again, it's Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, and I'm here to bring you all yet again another The Flash episode review right here on Otaku Assemble! Weekly, and as always, here to bring you the latest in this week's The Flash episode review. But before I jump into this review, I want to let you guys know, stay tuned at the end of this review for two important updates. Now, jumping into this review, this is my review of Season 2, Episode 2, entitled Flash of Two Worlds. Now, general thoughts on this week's episode. I highly enjoyed it. I highly enjoyed this week's episode, and what I really liked about it was the fact that this was the quintessential setup episode for the season. And this is what I mean. In this episode, number one, we got a repeat incident in terms of the conflict for this episode. That a villain from another Earth came to Central City to take out the Flash at the behest of Zoom. It's the same scenario we saw happen in the Season 2 premiere, and the same thing happened in this episode. So immediately I'm thinking this is what we're going to see continue throughout the season, and now we know for a fact, yes, Zoom is our big bad. Yes, he does want Flash dead. Yes, he is using other metahumans to do his dirty work. Other things we got. Number one, the big reveal is that yes, we are doing alternate universes. We are doing infinite Earths, which I was very surprised to see, considering that I didn't think they would dwell that deep into the DC mythology. I didn't think we were going to do, infinite Earths, which begs the question, are we going to get a Crisis on Two Earths, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Final Crisis? Are we going to see these things happen on a relatively smaller scale within the CW DC universe? Who knows? It's possible, because now we have alternate universes. And they even broke down like the explanation of how the Infinite Earths work and everything, and the whole time I'm like, this shit's straight out of the page, man. Straight off the page. So yes, we did finally get that confirmation. So also now we know what is, I guess you could say, the power that we are dealing with in Season 2. Season 1, time travel. Season 2, alternate universes. And also what we got in this episode, I think now by the end of this episode we can finally say, like, yes, Jay is going to be Barry's mentor for this season. I think that has pretty much been set up to happen. So once again, this episode, the quintessential setup episode for the rest of the season. And I really dug it. Okay, so a few things I want to talk about with this episode. Now, I've already shared my thoughts on the alternate universe possibility, all what that could mean. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And I'm going to touch back on that at the end of this review, because the cliffhanger for the episode, I was like, oh my God, yes. Yes. So hang on, because I'll get to that in a minute. The first thing I want to talk about, though, I want to talk about Barry and I want to talk about Jay. Because here's the thing. Number one, I immediately love Jay. I like the actor portraying him. I forget the guy's name, but he also played in Masters of Sex on Showtime, and I really dug him in that show. So when I heard that he had got cast to play Jay Garrick in this, I was like, oh yeah, he'll do a great job at that. So I like Jay. And once again, he sort of plays out like your typical mentor figure. He's the guy that has all the answers. But what I love about that is because it's coming from an experienced place. The metahumans, Atom Smasher, Sand Demon, the two that Barry has faced so far this season, they're from Jay's world. They are part of his rogues gallery. He's dealt with these guys before. So he knows what he's talking about, and he knows how to mentor Barry in order to beat these guys. It's not that that shadowy clout place like it was with Harrison Wells in Season 1, where, we're still trying to figure out who he is. He's not revealing much about himself. We don't really know how he knows what he knows. We just know that he's highly intelligent, clearly, decades ahead of his time, and he's just a smart guy. Now, of course, us as the viewers, we were able to figure that. I mean, the second he started coaching Barry into how to actually use his powers, we knew he knew something that Barry didn't. You know, it wasn't just a matter of, okay, this is science, and I'm giving you the scientific reason for why this stuff is possible. No, we knew there was more of a personal affiliation there, and then, of course, we knew about the time travel thing. So, with Jay, it's not like that. With Jay, it's like, no, these are my villains. I've beat them before. I'm going to teach you how. No, I'm a speedster too. I'm going to show you how to use your powers in ways you never thought were possible. Oh, and for the record, throwing lightning, the second they said that, I'm like, yes. Yes. It was awesome. But here's the thing. One thing I really liked about the episode, though, was Barry's hesitancy to trust Jay. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was perfect. It made so much sense. Why? Because Barry explains it in the episode. He did the exact same thing with Wells, and look how he got burned. Wells, he tricked, conned, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok over everyone. But Barry, most definitely. Why? Because he killed Barry's mom. He purposefully saved Barry's life so that he could manipulate him and use him in order to access the Speed Force so that he could get home. The whole time he has been playing Barry. I do not whatsoever blame Barry for not trusting Jay. That came from a completely legitimate, sincere, believable place. Here's another cool thing that it did, though, because this is going to segue into my comments on what's going on with Cisco. Here's the thing. Have you guys noticed that what the writers have done, there is almost like this ghost, the ghost of Harrison Wells, that is haunting the team at Star Labs. Have you guys got that feeling? What with Barry and his hesitancy towards Jay, Cisco now stumbling across his own powers, and how it dates back. The first time he felt that was when Wells killed him, and all of that. It seems like the ghost of Harrison Wells is just sort of lingering over them, and that's a cool thing. I like that. That's a cool sort of that's a cool sort. It in a way, it sort of makes Wells. He's still a character. He still plays a role in the show in a way. You know that. Yeah, it's just cool. I really dig it. I like it. I like it a lot. Now the thing with Cisco. Here's the thing. All right. So peep this out. I ran across an article a couple of weeks ago before episode 1 aired, where they were talking about how Cisco and Caitlin were going to get their powers. Now here's the thing. I'm like, wait a minute. Are they supposed to be comic book characters? Because once again, as I said, the Flash is one of the DC characters I've read the least of. So even as much as I know about the Flash, you know, most of what I know about the Flash came out of Justice League. I have not done much The Flash single issue reading, okay? Hell, I haven't even read Flashpoint. I still haven't read Flashpoint. But here's the thing. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, Cisco and Caitlin getting powers. Okay, that's believable. That could work. But then the article suggests that they might become villains, and then when they, I'm not gonna dwell into the article, but they mentioned who Caitlin might become. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. I could sort of see that. Cisco, on the other hand, I have no clue. And it seems like, you know, Cisco, his ability seems to be, you know, he can perceive the future. He has premonitions. He can see things either before they happen or as they're happening. Which is why I'm thinking, is he supposed to be Harbinger? Maybe? I don't know. But here's the thing. I don't mind the idea of Cisco and Caitlin getting powers of their own. And once again, like I said, guys, this is rumor. As far as I'm concerned, this is all rumor mill. Because I have no, you know, Yeah, sure, I could go find the article that I read, but then again, I think that came from Comic Book Movie, and man, they post so many rumor-based articles all the time. I really can't trust it. Until Superhero Hype puts it on their site, then I'll start, taking some stock in it. Sorry, Comic Book Movie, I love you. I mean, I think you guys do great work on your site. I just always am concerned because I don't know if I'm getting an official report or if I'm getting rumor mill, fan generated speculation. But here's the thing. So I don't have a problem with the idea that Cisco and Caitlin would get powers. I'm just afraid that if they do, if that article is correct, that they will get powers and that they will be supervillains, well, what is that going to do for the team dynamic of the show? Because that's one of my favorite things about the show, is the team as a group. I love it. I actually like their team better than I like the one on Arrow, although I am liking the team on Arrow much more. I just have a concern with that. But I do like, once again, I'm intrigued with what's going on with Cisco. I also like that, oh man, what's my boy's name? I forgot it that fast. Damn, brain fart. I'm sorry guys, I gotta do back-to-back reviews, so I'm trying to shuffle through my Flash thing. Dr. Stein, there we go. I do like that Dr. Stein at least has, well, Cisco did tell him. He sort of suspected something was going on. Cisco did tell him what was going on. I do like that Dr. Stein knows and that he is involved in finding out what's going on with Cisco. So I like that Cisco's not having to do it on his own. And once again, that mentor figure that is present. The fact that Stein has sort of fulfilled that role that Wells had in season 1. And now this is a more intimate issue going on with Cisco. Him and Stein teaming up to get to the bottom of this, I like that. I love that. Keep it going. Since we're talking about mentors though, man, let's talk about Joe. And let's talk about Joe's new partner, who right now, the only thing I can say for her is I do like the character. I do like that she's so quirky and whatnot, and I do like that, they gave her a brief little backstory about why she's committed to the Metahuman Task Force and all that jazz. But I'm sort of with Joe on this one. She's a liability. Why? Because first case with a metahuman, who gets kidnapped? She does. Who's at risk? She is. And and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that her being a woman is the reason why she's a liability. No. Every time Joe takes up one of these cases, he is a liability. Hell, Grodd took Joe. Do you guys remember that? So, and it was the same thing with, damn, I forgot his name already. His partner in season 1, Iris's boyfriend. It was the same thing with them. Here's the thing. I always have that issue with, well, you can't call them civilian characters, but the human characters, whenever they're in a sci-fi or supernatural or just a conflict where there are superpowered beings, you don't have any powers. That immediately makes you a liability. Why? Because you're usually the first one target because you're not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And even the ones like Joe, he's a detective. Joe is in the game. But look, the way I feel about Joe, same way I feel about Quentin on Arrow, even though technically all of them are human on Arrow, but Quentin, same thing. And it was the same thing I felt about Laurel in the first 2 seasons of Arrow. It's just a matter of being aware of what you're capable of and knowing when you're in over your head. That's how I feel towards Joe's new partner. Joe said the same thing. So I'm hoping that won't be the case this season. I don't want to see her be the one getting abducted every other episode. Just like I don't want to see Iris get abducted every other episode. I don't want to see that. No. I want to see her prove herself as being a competent, able-bodied police officer. And the fact that her commitment to the task force is so strong, let that be evident in her ability. That's all I'm asking. Alright. One minor note, I will bring this up, the one thing I didn't like about the episode. The one thing I didn't like about the episode. Caitlyn and her crushing on Jay. Please do not make that a thing this season. I beg of you. Fucking Ronnie ain't been dead 6 months. And already she's gushing over Jay. Let's not go there, please. Let's just not do that. Let's not do that. I don't want to see that. I don't care for it. No. No. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. Let's not do that. Let's not touch that. Final thing I want to mention on the episode though, and that was the cliffhanger where we got introduced to Earth 2 Harrison Wells. So Wells is coming back to some degree. He actually physically will be back, and I'm super excited because if you guys remember when I talked in my Flash Season 2 expectations video when I was discussing Season 1 how Wells was my favorite character on the show. I loved him as a villain. I just thought he was fantastic. I thought the actor portraying him did a damn good job. I mean, fantastic. Wells coming back, I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. Now, the fact that it's the Earth 2 Wells, we don't know what to expect. Is this Wells, you know, is he a mad genius? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he more of a corporate sort of mindset, you know, a corporate sort of character? Because remember, Star Labs, that is his creation, and in Earth 2, same thing. He is the generator of Star Labs. He built it. That is his, you know, baby. So it's like, so what type of character will the Earth 2 Wells be? Because remember, here's the thing. Remember what they said about alternate universes. Every universe has a counterpart, but that does not necessarily mean that the same person from that universe will be the said counterpart. So what do I mean? Like with Sand Demon, that guy existed in both universes, but one was a metahuman, one wasn't. Both criminals, but one had superpowers, one didn't. Just like take Barry and take Jay. Barry is the speedster of Earth 1, but Jay is the speedster of Earth 2, meaning that Earth 2 Barry probably is not a speedster. He might not even be CSI, a crime scene investigator. So just because we don't know what Wells will be, we don't know. But I'm sure shit waiting to find out. Awesome. All right, so that is going to wrap up my thoughts on Season 2, Episode 2. I want to thank you all for joining me again this weekend. In the comments below, leave your thoughts on this episode. Leave your thoughts on the rest of the season. What do you guys think about Cisco and Caitlyn getting powers? What do you guys think we'll get from Harrison Wells? What do you think about Joe's new partner? How do you think that's going to pan out for her? How do you think Barry and Jay's relationship is going to go? That mentor-student figure. How do you think that's going to go? Any and all thoughts that I shared in this review, please, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, updates. All right, update number 1. This video is posted a day late. If you guys have been following the OAW Facebook page, I've been making updates throughout the week about the tardiness of my videos. Once again, guys, I do apologize, but my schedule is making it very difficult for me to get these videos out. As I mentioned in my last video update, this was the exact reason why I took those hiatuses, took those breaks on YouTube in the first place, in the last 2 years, 2013 and 2014, why I took those breaks. I am trying not to take any more breaks. I want to keep uploading. I want to keep reviewing. I want to keep making videos. So, really trying not to allow my videos to be late. I'm really trying not, guys. I'm trying to get these videos out to you all. With that being said, however, I'm off the rest of the weekend. I got a lot of evenings off. Mind you, keep in mind what I said, a lot of evenings off. I'm still working, different hours. But the fact that I will have a bunch of evenings off this week means that I'll be able to upload, record, and upload every day. So what you guys will get on the channel, because I'm recording all these fucking videos this weekend, what you guys will get on the channel, you will be getting a video every day. You guys will be getting a video every day for the next 8 days straight. That's going to happen because I'm recording them all now. So just keep an eye out, be ready. You'll see an upload every day for the next 8, all from today's Friday until next Friday. You'll get a video every day because I gotta play catch up. All right, second update, and this is most important. Okay, this one is going, this one's for everyone, but more specifically, any of the otaku faithful who reside in New York. This is for you guys. I have been invited to do a talk in New York. I can't tell you where right now. I can't tell you what right now because all of that is still being negotiated. But I am planning. Right now is the planning phase. I am planning. I've been invited to do a talk in New York. I am trying to make the proper arrangements to do said talk. What I want to know from the otaku faithful in New York, how many of you guys will be interested to come and see me talk? Still haven't decided even what the topic is. I do plan on doing a meet and greet though, so it won't just be a straight talk. I will actually be meeting and greeting and shaking hands and all that jazz. The Commander-in-Chief's first official public appearance is pretty much what I have in mind right now. So I want to know from the otaku faithful in New York, how many of you guys would be interested in seeing that? This is what you guys can do for me. In the comments below, just tell me, yeah, I stay in New York. I'd love to come and check you out. That's all I need. I'm trying to figure out what is the interest level for my viewers in New York. Would you guys actually show up if I told you guys I would be in town? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So guys, please, in the comments below, let me know. And if you choose not to comment here, please visit the OAW Facebook page, the Otaku Assemble Facebook page, and leave a post. Leave a post on the page saying, hey man, big fan of yours. I live in New York, dude. If you could come in town, that'd be fucking sweet to see you. Just, guys, let me know that you're out there. Let me know that you exist. I know you guys exist because I can check my analytics. I know how many views I'm getting from the New York area. I just need to hear from you guys so that I know, hey, these aren't ghost subs. These aren't ghost views. I need you guys. I need to find out you guys are real. So just let me know either here in the comments below on this video or on the OAW Facebook page. And with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I'm signing off. Stay tuned. Arrow Season 4 Episode 2 review is coming. Will be out tomorrow because I'm getting ready to... I'm doing this right after I cut off this camera. I'm doing that review. So, because I'll be wearing the same shirt. See my shirt? My 2007 high school shirt. I can't believe I can still fit it, but that's because I got it a big size way back then. I know it's an old shirt. But, yep, see, same shirt. I'll be wearing the same shirt. So, with that being said, this is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, signing off. And until next time, peace.